Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin, and I am Kevin, and this is my coffee. Mm, mm, mm. And of course, give thanks. Give thanks for a grateful heart, with a grateful heart. Awesome. It's a great day. It's a, you know, it's a, it can be a great day, and it is a great day. It just wasn't that great a few moments ago. Today, I want to talk about keeping calm in adversity. And I'll explain that in a second. But I want to talk about first, November 7th. November 7th, this sounds familiar. Second Tuesday of November is usually voting day. And there's at least one state that has voting today. And next year on this second Tuesday, we're going to have a lot of voting going on. What happened on this day in the past in 2000? I remember this. In 2000, there was an election between George Bush and Al Gore, and it was, yeah, a little bit controversial. And in the end, Al Gore lost and George Bush won. And, I remember that. There's a lot of controversy there. Other things that happened on this day, Janet Reno became Attorney General in the 90s. So it was first woman Attorney General, and I guess maybe she was most noted for Waco when it was her decision or under her people under her that actually stormed Waco, and it was a very tragic thing. I don't like to remember or keep in mind tragic things too much. I love good things. And on this day in 1996, the Mars lander, the Mars Global Surveyor, was launched, and it was really cool. Growing up when man first landed on the moon and all these Apollo shots, I was a big fan. I loved space travel, so this was pretty cool. Something going to Mars. Um, Magic Johnson, on this day in 1991, announced he had HIV. It was in the early 90s. HIV was this plague. It was this plague, and there was so much controversy because most people were affected were homosexuals. Although, if you needed blood transfusions or a few other things, HIV would be a threat to you as well. I mentioned this because I've seen Magic Johnson speak. He is awesome. He is a great speaker, great motivation, just incredible speaker. I don't think I have any other birthdays today or anything else, maybe that is of um, anything else that is of worthy to talk to today. Unless we go all the way down to the 1800s. But, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip that because today is Tuesday. And, I come on a few minutes late and apologize for that. Come on a few minutes late. Oh, I got some, we got someone, Globa, just entered the space. Just entered space. Maybe he was talking about that space race. I don't know. Welcome. Welcome. Um, anyway, I come on a few minutes late. I had the whole morning all organized. The whole morning was all organized, and I had to go drop off my wife and come back in time. And I got back in plenty of time. I turned it on to go, and all of a sudden my camera's not working. Neither one of my cameras are working. Still, there's one that's still not working, but at least I've got backup. And I said, oh, I've never seen this before. It's not recognizing cameras. It wouldn't recognize it on Zoom. This was wild. This blew me away. We restarted computer, still not working. I said, "Oh my goodness, it's just about 9 o'clock. What's going to happen?" And I realized that one of my devices, my hub, had unplugged. Now my hub didn't have anything um, that I use, my keyboard and my monitors and everything else was working. So I didn't notice that the cameras which are plugged into it didn't work. So I got it. But here, and by the way, and when I finally got it up and running, my software tells me, hey, Facebook's not connected. You can't run this. And I said, oh my goodness. Hey, Deb, good morning. And I said, oh my goodness, yet another problem. But I kept it together. I didn't get mad, which I used to do. I used to get mad at myself. I used to get mad at everything, for not working with me or for me. And so I kept my cool. How do you keep your cool? And I've learned to do this over the years, but it really the most valuable thing is breathing. You got to pause for a moment, just a moment, and whatever you're doing, you pause and say, you don't say anything, you breathe. I don't know why I said say. You pause for the moment, and then you take a breath. You take a breath, and if you breathe into your stomach, you breathe a nice deep breath, and just let a nice slow exhale. All it takes is four of these. For you to notice a great difference and for you to be able to continue on. This is my number one tool for getting out of stress and anxiety. There's a lot of other ones, but it's my number one tool for getting out of stress and anxiety. But the thing is, you got to remember to pause. You got to remember to pause. Stop. Breathe. And then you'll feel so much better. And the thing is, you can think better, because when you start to get stressed and you start to get anxious, you can't think, can you? No, your mind's going, wow, all this stuff is going to happen. I'm not going to be able to do this. Ah! I don't know how that came out on the recording, but you need to stop. I keep on thinking of the what we learned to do if your clothes was on fire, or stop, drop, and roll, right, for an emergency. So with stress, with anxiety, with panic, it's stop, breathe, and chill. Stop, breathe, and chill. How's that? Stop, breathe, and chill. Yes. Okay. Deb says she tends to find me on Tuesdays as she's getting ready for Tai Chi. Talk about breathing, huh? And your lives are nice. Your lives are nice before the class. Keep calm, play Tai Chi, and play Tai Chi. Use Dantian breathing between most moves. So Tai Chi is all about breathing, and that's why Deb decided to mention this. And thank you very much for that, Deb. I appreciate that. And she's got to get rolling because she's going. Oh, better than rolling. That wasn't Deb. That was Larry. Thank you very much. Instead of stop, drop, and roll, stop, breathe, and chill. Yes, it's better. No, you said it's better than rolling. I've rolled down hills, and I think it's fun. Matter of fact, I rolled down hills just last year with my grandson, and I used to do that as a kid, and maybe I still am there. Maybe my bones aren't as great and flexible as they used to be when I was a kid, but hey, I like to roll too. Breathing is how we roll. I love that, Deb. For those of you that got in late, there's also another thing that helps. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Gratitude. Gratitude is a big thing. If you can breathe and have gratitude. Now, I've done that before too. You're in the middle of something really, really stressful, and you stop and you breathe and you say, I'm thankful for the fact I can stop and breathe because it feels better. It feels better. Breathing is how we roll, and gratitude is how we rock. That is so cool. Thank you, Deb. We can now rock and roll. And these are gratitude. I've spoken about it so many times. I can't say how important it is. I can't say how important it is. It's so important. It is, part of what I do in Ho'oponopono. Yes, I said this strange word, Ho'oponopono. Ho'o means to make, and pono means right. And Ponopono, I interpret as make right for me and the people around me and my world. So Ho'oponopono, part of that, a big part of that is gratitude and love. So I'm also always looking out for those little things. And I've got a plant right outside my window. I wish I could easily show this to you right now. I've got a plant right outside my window, and it blooms these red flowers. It's a bush, but it blooms these red flowers, and they stay only for a day. They stay on, and then the petals, maybe 2 days, and then the petals drop out, and then another bud comes up, another bud. So I look at that. I looked at this morning. It's probably the most beautiful bloom I've seen, and it's thank you and I love you, thank you and I love you for the littlest things, just for seeing how wonderful nature is, and what a gift it is to us when it's beautiful, and what a gift it is to us when it's lush, and what a gift it is to us when it smells so great. But it's also a gift to us when we don't know it, providing clean oxygen in the air, helping keep the landscape together, helping keep the dirt together, being the top layer of the many layers of earth, being something that provides nourishment to us, being something that provides nourishment to the animals, which provide nourishment to us. It is just, nature is just a wonderful thing, but we pass by it without thinking most of the time. We just go by it. And that thing, gratitude, I'm talking about, you can find gratitude in the tiniest little things. And I think that's a wonderful thing, because the more you have gratitude for anything, the more you're going to be grateful for. The more you profess gratitude, the more you'll have to be grateful for. It is a wonderful, wonderful cycle. And if you take that on as a belief, it's going to start working for you. So I'm going to add that to, yes, gratitude is another way to deal with stressful environments, to deal with adversity. Some of you are saying right now, Kevin, what are you, crazy? I got adversity and you want me to find gratitude? Yeah, I do. I do, because in every adversity, there's something to be grateful for, no matter how bad the adversity is. And I've seen and experienced a lot of adversity, but I've seen adversity at its worst. And we're talking death, we're talking tragedy. Now, I'm not saying that you lose someone really, really close to you tragically, that you instantly go looking for, okay, what's the silver lining? No. You say to yourself, I can deal with this and I will deal with this. And in doing so, I'm going to get stronger. There's the minimal thing that you can be grateful for, is that ability to get through it. Because that ability to get through it even before you get through it, knowing that you can get through it. It's not easy. It's not easy for a lot of us. A lot of us go through adversity, and that's all the negative part is all we're consumed with. And it's human nature to do that, by the way. It's not your fault, it's human nature. But if you know that being consumed with this, you're eventually going to be able to figure out how to get out of it, and you will. I know it's overused, but you will be better for it. You'll be a better person for it. When my wife and I went through the stress of our youngest, our oldest, when we adopted him, and he had so many problems through PTSD and some other things, and I mean, it was volatile. I mean, he was dangerous. As he grew up, he got very dangerous, and we had to have him put away. And became dangerous in a place that really had people who should have been able to handle that, work for it. He was like the most dangerous kid, the worst kid, worst child in the facilities he was in. And then we were told at some point we had to give up hope of him ever coming home, and actually tell him that we were looking at some of the most frightening responses, and we had also adopted two others, and we were seeing this as a failure. We were seeing it affect them, and we were seeing it affect our marriage. And we looked and we talked and we said, you know what? This is going to make it stronger. When we make it through this, we will be very strong. It was an adversity. It almost cost us our marriage and our newly adopted children. I don't know what would happen to them. It was strenuous. There was a lot of stress, and it lasted several years. But we got through it. And we were able to talk to many other people after that about adoption, about the things that happened, about staying strong, about being able to handle children with problems. And coming out of that, I myself decided to learn what I do today in hypnosis and neurolinguistic programming. And I've been able to help hundreds, if not thousands, of people through my trainings, through my working directly with clients. And I've been able to help myself and my family, my children, even my grandchildren. So yes, there always is good things coming out of adversity. Always. Awesome. So breathing was the primary thing. Stop, breathe, and chill. Stop, breathe, and chill. And we can rock and roll through breathing and gratitude. Gratitude and breathing. Gratitude is the rock, right? Right, Deb? Awesome. Awesome. This has been a great moment, and it started off not too great before I got on. But as usual, I don't sweat the little, even the big stuffs often. Yeah, I know I have to get through it. I know I will get through it one way or another. And on the other side, I'm going to be okay. By the way, that is a belief. That is faith. You start building that rock solid faith, you're going to be okay in everything. No matter what goes on, no matter what happens to you. Because the biggest faith I have is that whatever happens to me, no matter what, that my family is going to be taken care of. That my family will get through whatever they get through. That's a faith that I have. All right, this has been wonderful. This has been great. This has been Coffee with Kevin. We want to know more about this breathing stuff, and dealing with adversity. Comment on this or DM me directly, which is really through Facebook, through LinkedIn, through YouTube. And we'll get together. Please, if you like this, please follow me. Follow me. Boy, I broke out into song. That is dangerous. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great week. No, actually, back it up. I know that you can, no matter what's going on, make it a great day for yourself. You can make it a great week for yourself. So do so. Until next week, take care. Bye.